Oh, look at that. You can actually see how brown my eyes are. Normally they just look black. That has nothing to do with the video though. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm back with another video. Today's video topic is on something I would like you guys to start trying. I feel like in this past year, I've been doing it, whether I like to or not. I kind of get a wake up call every 3 or so months to just reevaluate things, you know what I mean? Just go over my strengths and weaknesses and the things that I could change or leave out in the way that I live my life. So that is the system. I like to call things a system if they work a certain way. That is the system I would like to bring towards you guys, or to you guys, like to advocate it to you guys. So, like I said, I would try something out for at least 2 to 3 months. If it works, I keep it. If it doesn't, I leave it. And the universe has this funny way of keeping me on my toes. It will always throw situations at me. I'm pretty sure it does that to you as well. And I'm very grateful for that. Okay. I feel like my optimism when it comes to life is a big advantage. So I'm very happy that I have that. I literally call it a skill. It's a gift, honestly, because life's gonna throw a lot of crap at you. You need to realize that, especially this year. This year, I really got a wake up call because I've been thrown into the real world, if I can say like that. I've been in high school for most of, well, I've been in school for most of my life, and coming from, working yourself up in high school, being this person that's always on a pedestal, to getting thrown into the real world and having to build yourself back up. It's very humbling, if I can say that. It's humbling to say the least. Um, Actually, I found it to be quite a freeing experience because I've learned a lot from people. I've learned a lot from myself this year. Um, I took a lot of L's this year. I've failed a lot this year, but that's okay because I've also succeeded a lot. I mean, I've started a YouTube channel 2 years ago. That would not have been a thing. It wasn't even an idea of mine. It was only an idea of mine. Imagine that. This year, I took the action to actually start a YouTube channel. I took the chance on myself just to prove that I can do it. And I'm really grateful to every single person that watches my videos, that actually finds advice in those videos. It helps a lot. It feels like, excuse me, it feels like I'm doing something right. And I feel like I'm doing something right because my mother always told me, she always taught me, you know, growing up, seeing the type of person she is, she's very selfless. I know that woman's willing to give an arm even for people that she doesn't even know. So I grew up in that way. I feel that I'm doing certain things right. I would like to share that with other people. I would like to help other people out. Even if I gain nothing from it, that's fine. As long as I know I have that sense of security that I've done my part, I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like, I put out that video containing that bit of information, that bit of advice that I had for the day, or that I received, that I've learned, whatever. I feel okay because I've done my part. And I feel that if you really have a talent in something, you should share it with the world. If you really have a driving factor, you should really go out and share it with the world. You stop being afraid of yourself. Start your own YouTube channel, start your own business, do whatever. If it fails, that's okay. Sometimes it's not about success. Sometimes it's just proving to yourself that you are able to do these things. And that's kind of like the building blocks to getting where you want to be, if that makes sense. It's showing yourself that you are capable of doing certain things. That's that's all I see this as. I don't Well, I would like this channel to go somewhere. If it doesn't, I'm perfectly fine with that. I am perfectly fine with that. I'll still keep putting out content. I'll still keep doing my best to give out responsible information to you guys, because I feel like me as a content creator, other people on this platform, we have a responsibility to give the viewers, the young minds. I feel like we have the responsibility to give you guys proper information, to not lead you guys astray. Because that's one thing I don't respect from people. It's doing something that, or spreading a message that is harmful, that doesn't help anybody and just gives them monetary gain. They gain views, they gain money from that. At the end of the day, they leave you disadvantaged because they're giving you the wrong information, they're giving you bad advice, all of these things. Okay? And one thing I've learned in this year is that you can find advice anywhere. Whether that's good or bad advice is the tricky part, though. Some people just want to help you out. I get that. Some people do want to help you out, but the advice can be bad. You need to be very honest. You need to have your wits about you when it comes to advice, because I know that I can also give bad advice when it comes to certain situations involving you, because the way that I live is pretty different to the way that you might live, for instance. So you need to be careful about that. I need to be careful about that. We all do need to have our wits about us, if that makes sense. But I don't know, sometimes I feel under pressure, but I like pressure. And sometimes I felt overwhelmed this year, and I needed to revisit the drawing board, needed to see what was going wrong and how I could fix it. But this year was a gift, if I could say like that. I've learned more in this year than I have in probably 18 years of living, if I can say like that. I've just been bombarded with a lot of choices, a lot of decisions that I had to make. And I feel like I'm doing okay. I feel like I can do better. I like that I have that mindset that I can always do better, because that means that next year I'm going to be achieving more, if that makes sense. It's not about achieving things. I just mean that I'm going to be better off because I've got all that knowledge I've learned from those experiences. Every goal that I did not accomplish this year, I'm not taking it to heart. I'm just going to try again next year, or try again right now. There's no reason why I can't start now again. But it's important for me to learn from my failings. It's very important for you to learn from your failings as well. So revisit the drawing board, like I said, and tweak a couple of things. Everything that didn't work, there's a reason why it didn't work. So we can always just adjust the system to make the desired outcome happen, if that makes sense. Okay? And I need to start planning next year again. I'm going to start doing that now, after this video, after I study and all of that. It's very important to have a direction for your year, if that makes sense. I've done it last year was actually the first year that I've decided to just do that, because it was my first year out of school and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was going to be overwhelmed. I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know what to expect, really, because it was my first year in the real world, if I can say like that. So with school, there's not much goals that you can achieve. You want to be fitter, you want to come first in your athletics, you want to get good marks. There's limited things that you can do or goals you can set for school, if that makes sense. Of course, you can always do extra, but in terms of what you can do out here, with your life choices, the direction your life takes, all of that gets a bit tricky. So I felt like I needed to plan a direction I wanted to go in for the year, if that makes sense. So I achieved most of the things I wanted to achieve, so I'm very proud of that. And I failed a lot as well. I'm not even going to lie to you, I think I failed more than what I achieved, but the things I did achieve, I'm very proud of. I'm not knocking that. I will never knock that down. And it's very important to have that mindset. Okay, it's not about how much you achieve or how much you fail even. Okay, you just need to keep on going in the direction you planned for yourself, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, there's a bigger goal. There needs to be a bigger goal, your life goal. All of these smaller steps just help you get to that point. You're going to reach some of them. Sometimes you're going to slip, you're going to fall. Um, that's just a part of life. That's just how life goes. You need to understand that, and you need to roll with the punches. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed this style of video. This is just something I'd like to advocate to you, like I said. Just understanding that it's not always about winning or losing. Plan, revisit your plan every now and then, reevaluate, and then keep on going. That's the name of the game nowadays. You always need to revisit and double check yourself, if that makes sense, because it's very easy to get in this illusion of making progress when you could be doing something else to maybe get there faster, get there better, a more efficient way of doing, excuse me, a more efficient way of doing things. Just because a system works doesn't mean it is at its best, if that makes sense. So we can always better. So that's all the info I got for you guys today. Hope you resonate with what I said. You know, maybe you relate to me in some form or way. But I'm glad that I could put out videos like this. I'm glad I could do what it is I do and what I'm working towards. So you keep doing you, you know, whatever it is you chasing. People are going to put you down. People are going to say whatever. Just keep grinding. At the end of the day, we're all going to make it. I promise you that. You just need to have that self-belief that we will get there. And I believe that we will get there. So stay on your purpose, stay on your grind, stay safe, guys. Peace.